Hey, bud, how you doing?
You're on with Bill!
I am.
Let's go!
It's our favorite day of the week, Sunday. All right, you're not here by accident.
When you get on the field, unleash that dog.
Let's go gun, trips right.
11.
Speed right.
Green 18! Let's go,
baby! Yes! I'll show you who you are right here.
One thing we don't do is we don't lay down.
I believe in you guys. Boy, you just ball. 1 second! 1 second! Finish the damn game! Yeah, baby!
How the hell you catch that?
But to get to 5-0, long way to go. There's only one thing you can say.
And welcome, everyone, to the show that the pros watch film is starting before we even get started, where every week, living on a prayer, that's Ray Lewis's line, is what we do. I'm James Brown. You know what? This week, the longest-running sports show on cable television features its first ever football business seminar, Boomer.
Wow.
Among the many topics on our agenda, risk-taking, crisis control, and leadership skills. My guys are ready with their PowerPoint, so we begin appropriately with what did we learn? And let me just speak for the group here. Drew Brees is pretty doggone good. 18th season, and Phil, back in 06 when he had that labrum injury, we weren't even sure he was going to have a career in the NFL left.
You know, I did his last game in San Diego, and I saw that injury near the goal line when he got hurt. I didn't know it was going to be as bad as it was, but he didn't know if he was ever going to play again. He was going to sign with the Miami Dolphins, but the doctors don't let him go there. And Nick Saban, of course, wanted him, and it chased Nick Saban to Alabama and Drew Brees to the Saints. I think it worked out for both. But watching the game last night, that was an emotional moment. And I was emotional watching it, just going, because if you know him at all, and you can tell, he's, with all that great success, man, Boomer, if you and I did that, I don't know if I could handle it really as humbly as he has. He's a family man. You saw that with everybody there. And how about a team player? Did you notice all the teammates, the happiness they all had for him because they know he's one of the guys. And I think that's really important for a quarterback. And it was a great moment. I was glad I had a chance to watch it on a big stage also.
And we have a unique perspective offered by Ray because you played against him. Talk to us.
Yeah, and I played against him. And one of the things I want to congratulate him for is pushing through what all the critics said he couldn't do. Right? He's too small. Drew Brees is not the 6'4", 6'5" type of quarterback. But this guy is the one guy, when you compete against, you better have your A game.
Why?
You better, because he understands every aspect of the game of football. Drew Brees is one of the guys that, I said this a few years now, is that one guy that when you get in any tight hole on an offensive position, the first thing you say is, he's coming out of it.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. What I learned about Drew Brees is this, that when I first met him, he had a ginormous chip on his shoulder. It reminded me of Jim Harbaugh when he used to play. Like, you know, nobody's giving me any credit. Nobody likes me. They're gonna draft Phillip Rivers. They're gonna get rid of me. He gets hurt, and that chip on his shoulder continued to grow. Now, at the size of 6 foot, to do what he's doing, and the way that he did it last night, he was 26 of 29 for 363 yards, 3 touchdowns. He has not thrown an interception this year. He's got 11 touchdowns. He is playing at a super elite level, not even an elite level, and he's still going in his 18th season. And I think Phil said it perfectly. He's humble. And I'm sure teammates from all through his career, wherever they were last night, watching what they saw, all had the same feeling that you and I did. We were happy for him. We all had tears in our eyes for him, and watching him share it with his family made it that much more special.
Boomer, take a look at these numbers and tell me, you and Phil, as quarterbacks, at the end of the day, will he be recognized as one of the all-time greats? Look at the numbers.
I think he already is. I mean, I don't know what else he has to do. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been a Super Bowl MVP.
Top 5, top 10?
Easily top 5 in your book. In my book, he's a top 5 guy simply because of the level that he is playing at this advanced age and how well he's playing. And I think he's gotten better. He's gotten older.
Listen, numbers are what they are. When you see this guy first, right? When we seen the Montanas, when we seen the Mannings, when we seen all these guys, Drew Brees is that one guy. I'm telling you, he's a monument that's going to be
one of our colleagues says, I need to see a bigger body of work. Do you need to see any more work? Do you need to see any more work from this guy?
All I know is, no, I don't need to see any more. I saw enough 5, 6, 7 years ago. No, he was going to, you know, probably a Hall of Fame player. But, you know, top 5, he's one of the top 5 human beings you'll meet in pro football. I know that.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, folks, time for what our brand is known for best. That would be NFL Films Highlights. Our first set includes the fourth down risk-reward scenario for the head coaches of the Rams and the Cowboys. However, up first, it's our throwback game, and no one exemplifies the passion, precision, and old-fashioned fearlessness, sounds like I'm talking about Ray, of football like the aforementioned Saints record-setting quarterback. That would be Drew Brees.
Drew Brees has just passed the legendary Dan Marino most passing yards in a single season.
Drew Brees passes Johnny Unitas, throwing a touchdown in his 48th straight game.
He passes Brett Favre as the NFL's all-time leader in completions with 6,301.
The Saints have won the Super Bowl.
Hey, we've said it, man. Tonight is about us. It's about us. It's about our strength, our love. Let's go get this win for each other. All right, man, great tempo. Here we go now, one play at a time. Tempo now.
If a quarterback's job is to get the ball to his playmakers, no quarterback in NFL history has done it better than Drew Brees. Drew Brees has just passed Brett Favre. Drew Brees 35 yards to go to break the all-time passing record. On the all-time passing list, he's now second in NFL history. Fakes the handoff to Ingram, back of the end zone. Josh Hill, touchdown Saints. Just Peyton Manning left to pass.
Well, we told you that the moment would soon arrive. The moment when Drew Brees finds himself now only 35 yards away from becoming the NFL's all-time leading passer in yardage.
Ready? Blue 80. What's that?
He starts in the shotgun, drops back, looks to the far sideline, wide open, Traquan Smith. And Traquan Smith is going to go to the end zone. Drew Brees has done it.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
Drew Brees is the NFL's all-time leading passer.
There's only one word that comes to mind. Greatness. Right there, right now, that moment.
Hey, boys! How about that, huh? Come here. How about that? Hey, I love you guys so much. Hey, you're going to accomplish anything in life you're willing to work for, right? I love you, boys. I love you.
When he first came here, they desperately needed a hero, and he needed to be one.
I love you. Are you kidding me? I freaking love you. Thank you, Coach. Come on, let's go win the game now, all right? Come on. Hell yeah, man! Yeah.
In a Texas tough brawl, Bill O'Brien watched his quarterback get pummeled while his offense struggled in the red zone. But trailing 6-0, Houston found the end zone.
Here's the flip to QT, running to the goal line. He's in! Kiki QT, first career TD.
The game entered overtime. Stopped on 3rd and 1, the Cowboys decided to punt.
Do the best we can to get to the ball. We're about to win this. We're about to win this.
For the second straight week,
You got to get it down the field.
Houston called on DeAndre Hopkins in overtime.
Has Hopkins across the 45, 50. Go! 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 Score! Down to the 27-yard line. What a catch and run by Nuke! 36-yard field goal attempt for the win for Kaimi Fairbairn, trying to do it for the second week in a row. Snap is down. The kick is up. It's got the leg. And it's good! Yeah! Yeah, baby! Yeah!
You guys fight, man. You guys fight. You guys fight.
Even in ear-splitting Seattle, After throwing 2 interceptions, coughing up the lead twice, and losing their top 2 receivers to injury, the Rams never lost their confidence.
I like these type of games. Gonna show you who you are right here. Gonna show you who you are right here.
With 1:39 to play, the Rams led by 2.
And they are short. 4th and less than 1. Now what do you do? If you turn it over here, the Seahawks don't even need to get a first down to give Sebastian Janikowski a chance to win the game. Do you kick it back to the Seahawks, or do you try and put the nail in their coffin?
There's a situation in football that they call the tough yard. The tough yard is the defense knows you're going to run the ball, but do you have the players to make a play and end the game with it? In order to be a championship team, you have to be able to get the tough yard.
Here comes the offense. So this is week 5 in Seattle. The Rams with a 33-31 lead. And Sean McVay trusts his offense to go for it on 4th and less than a football. Got under center from the 42-yard line. He will sneak it up to the 45, rides the surge to victory. The Rams are going to 5-0.
Great job by Jared having 2 hands on the ball, and that's the most excitement I've ever seen from this guy.
That's when you knew that the NFC West now runs through LA. Wow, gutsy call. I would have punted it.
We 5-0! Woo!
I would have punted it.
You know what? Coming off of those highlights, there can only be one topic to discuss now, coming off of those Cowboys and Rams highlights, and that would be risk assessment. Boomer, it seems like in today's NFL, going over the past couple of years, there have been more coaches taking risks than in years past.
Especially over the last couple of weeks here. We started this with Frank Reich and the Colts, and we're going to end it with Jason Garrett and or Sean McVay. Look, Bill Belichick did this back in November 2009 against the Colts, and he basically said, did you see the way my defense was playing against Peyton Manning in that offense?
Backed up on his own 20.
Yeah, so I actually have to play defense with my offense, and I think that's exactly what Sean McVay was doing there, and I think that's exactly what Frank Reich was trying to do in Indianapolis. At the end of the day, Jason Garrett is going to get criticized for not going for it. No matter what, he's in a no-win situation. You know, when I played for Sam Weish, and I know you did with Bill Parcells, they would put the ball in our hands on 4th down. They would say, go for it. They would be aggressive because they believed in their offensive players. I love it. I think more coaches should be more risk aggressive.
But is it a no-win situation? Because, you know, if he didn't go for it and didn't get it, people out in the press land who know football are going to be criticized.
Well, when you start listening to the fans, the critics, go sit with them. You know, so you can't. When you're a head coach, you know, you have to go out there. And look, I learned. People I see these risks they're taking. We did this when I played. Yeah. Bill Parcells was the biggest risk taker there was. Super Bowl playoff games, fake punts, fake field goals, all that other stuff. And he always used to say, hey, Sims, you can't be afraid to go down in flames. And, you know, you got to take chances. The league, last thing, the league, the talent, all the thinking with the coordinators, you got to make it. You got to do these things to win games and get to the playoffs.
Just quickly, that means that Jason Garrett was afraid to go down in flames.
You're right.
He was.
He played it safe.
He played it safe, and it came back to bite him.
Funny enough, and we all know this, players most of the time influence these decisions, JB. Like on the sideline.
How so, Ray?
Because I'm telling the coach, go for it. Absolutely, we're going to stop him. It doesn't matter if whatever you don't get. Look, this will always be a one-on-one football game. It's always one-on-one. Beat your man one-on-one, right? So in that situation, you're talking about Sean McVay, you watch this half a yard. You know the percentages of that being stopped? Someone has to penetrate so greatly to knock the entire offensive line back, which is almost impossible for a quarterback sneak. Right now, 3 yards or more, that's a different problem. But I'm telling you, these decisions, players, I've met my whole career. I used to walk up to Brian Billick. I used to sit there and say, Brian, We're going for it.
Were you
he was
okay with the
scared of
decision?
you. That's why he went for it.
Right. Were you okay with the decision that Jason Garrett made?
There's a reason why, JB. You gotta go. I say you gotta go. I say you can play the game. It's two type of players in this game. It's people who watch things happen, people who make things happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Coaches that are afraid of the consequences of the media and the fans don't coach long.
Yeah.
That's
Bottom
all
line.
I'd say.
Yeah. Exactly.
Closing
100%
thoughts,
well
Boomer?
said. No, I agree with Phil 100%. I think that Jason Garrett should have went for it,
Yep.
but he's in a no-win situation because the only way he wins that is if he actually makes the first down, right? Because if he doesn't make it, then what?
So Ray is pretty persuasive if he goes up to say something to the coach. Huh?
Hey, coach. He goes, oh, yes, sir, Mr. Ray.
You know, I'm not even playing with him, and he's very persuasive.
And you know what his nickname is, right?
What?
The brick
wall.
Yes.
Please, of course.
understand
Hey,
why.
I got a
next up,
nickname for him.
which is nickname?
Well, I can't say here.
Oh,
Get
okay.
in trouble,
Next
Phil.
up on our football forum, crisis management.
Oh, my
And
God.
for some reason, our producer, Pete Radovich, put that on the agenda right after these highlights. As a matter of fact, I'm saying to Pete Radovich and Stephen Espinoza, they ought to be out here for this segment, our boss. Anyway, the Vikings at the Eagles. And up first, Carolina Panthers head coach Ron Rivera wired for the visit of the New York Football Giants.
We
What do you
don't
call
want
Pete
them.
Radovich?
We don't want them out here.
Why?
We just want more money.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
You're Ron Rivera.
I am. Nice to meet you. You all right? Hang in there, have fun, enjoy this, all right?
Yes, sir.
Ron Rivera has a softer side. Apparently, Curtis Samuel does not.
Samuel twist to the 10. Samuel to the 5. Samuel third effort, fourth effort, touchdown.
He won't be stopped. He couldn't be stopped.
An inspirational run after the catch by Curtis Samuel.
It was a game filled with twists and turns. The Giants overcame a two-score deficit to take a late lead.
Deep ball down the middle of the field, looking for Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown. They throw it to Beckham, who's going to throw a pass downfield. He's got a receiver, and it's caught by Barkley at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Giants! Odell Beckham Jr. with the touchdown pass to Saquon Barkley. I was outside.
You're fine. Just compete. I know, just keep competing. That's all you can do. I know that's all you can do. Just keep doing. Don't have to explain to me. Just play your ass off. Just keep working, okay? I believe in you guys.
Giants have the lead, 31-30.
Relax! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Clock.
Newton gives to McCaffrey. McCaffrey.
Got the first down. First? No. He's got to sneak it. Tell him to sneak it. No, it's first down. Clock. The wind, he can go about 65 this way.
6 seconds left.
Kick it.
Out of Gano's range right now. From a million miles away. Graham Gano to win the game. Snap. Spot. Gano's kick is long. It's end over end. And this kick is good. Unbelievable.
I don't believe it. 63 yards.
That is incredible. Gano turned it with room to spare.
Well, that's heartbreak right there.
Hey, let's make a statement today. A lot of people out there right now, hey, what are the Eagles? What are the Eagles? They don't look the same. Something's off. Something's missing. Today we make a statement.
Every one of you is here for a reason, for a purpose. You have a gift. Bring that gift to the table today, man.
Kirk Cousins was gifted 84 million reasons to be a Viking. Games like this are why. It was hard for Carson Wentz to display his gifts when his offensive line was unwrapped by the Vikings pass rush.
Oh, intercepted! He's hit! It's in the air, and it's Linval! Look at Linval rumble! He saw
Long game. We're going to go right back down. We're just going to finish this time. Come on, stay together. 390! Three.
The Eagles trailed 20-3 in the third quarter. They would never take the lead, but Wentz never let them quit.
Hey, great job! Great job, man! Come on the ball. Yeah, win now! Got him, boy! Got him, boy! That's the way to show up! Tell you, one thing we don't do is we don't lay down. I don't care the situation. We play until this clock hits 0, right? Hey, we gotta go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, O-line. Come on. Wait, 80! What's up?
And that is all she wrote on this long, frustrating afternoon.
We don't hang our heads. We go right back to work. Trust me. I promise you, we will not quit. We will not quit.
Frustrating for sure, but that sounds like a leader, as you just said, Phil, because Carson Wentz and the Eagles are not about to quit, but misery loves company in the NFC East so far this season, so that means it's time to talk crisis management. Boomer, let's take a look at the standings here.
Alrighty.
We're going to start with Philadelphia, but look at the standings in the NFC East.
All right, guys.
Hey, Boomer, given what we see right now, there's only going to be a division winner. The likelihood of a wild card coming from that slot, not good.
We got a long way to go yet, boys. Let me just say this. What did the Eagles, Cowboys, and Redskins all have in common that the Giants don't? They have coaches that have been there for a while. So the Giants are dealing with a whole set of different circumstances. We'll get to them in a minute. For the Eagles, I suggest that they all pick up Fearless, How an Underdog Became a Champion. That was a book that was written by their head coach after they upset the Patriots. They know what's going on there. They got a top-flight quarterback. He's just trying to figure out his way. And don't be surprised if they make a trade for someone by the name of LaShawn McCoy.
Wow,
that would help. That would change things around, yes.
Well, Buffalo will never get a first down if they don't have him. They can't let him go.
Buffalo's in a rebuilding mode, boys. And the Eagles, by the way, are clearing cap space.
Yes, I know that.
So they could fit in a nice little cap space.
Ray, you saw those standings. Who do you like in the NFC East and why?
Look, I tell you what, when you think about Philly, right, from a Super Bowl, you can call it a hangover, whatever you want to call it, right? Sooner or later, that clicks back in. Right, halfway through the year, you get back to say, okay,
what clicks back in, Ray?
The little things. Philly is getting beat by the little things, right? So when you hear Carson Wentz saying, hey, guys, come on, we got to click back up. What he's talking about, when they get in that film room, he's going to be like, bro, why you ain't stay on that block longer? Come on, man, you got to run that route more crisper, right? No. It's the little things, JB. When you start to watch the National Football League, one of the things that you pay attention to the most, think about, I watch this very closely, the New York Giants, right? When you think about what the New York Giants are going through right now, a lot of shiny pieces. But when you think about where the leadership comes from, where does it come from, Boom?
Well, it's supposed to come from Eli Manning, but it's not.
So now you're in a crisis because now you're trying to find out what your identity is, right? The Redskins. The one thing I say about the Redskins have the ability with Alex Smith, Adrian Peterson, because they've been there. They've been through the tough times, and they know how to keep fighting. They know how to come out of that. The Dallas Cowboys, I think they may have a hard time figuring that out.
So, Ray, we're using the word crisis, and you mentioned New York. Phil, Odell Beckham Jr., we heard what he had to say and where they are right now. Problematic? How do they overcome this?
Well, before I say that, all these teams all feel pretty good. You know that?
Whoa.
Because the division stinks, and they all look at each other and go, wow, okay, we're 1-4, the Giants, but we're one game behind.
But, Phil, given what Odell was talking about.
I'm going to get to Odell.
All right.
But listen, you don't panic right now. You worked all offseason to acquire players. Here's what we're going to be. Let's just don't give up right now and change and do something different. What Odell Beckham Jr. did with that football team, I really believe, finally, the air is clear. It's over. And I expect the Giants to come out Thursday night and play the Philadelphia Eagles and play their best game of the year.
So, Mr. Quarterback, you have no problems with what he said.
I didn't say I had a problem. I'm saying
but you did say no problem. Pat Shurmur, when he stood up there at that microphone, looked like he had a big problem with what was going on.
And it was great. And Pat Shurmur got rid of it. And I think what he said,
think so?
I do. I really do. And I think the players, so that damage, I think it'll galvanize the football team. This is just the way I look at it. It'll galvanize them, help them. And I see the Giants can win that division at 1-4, almost as equally as any other team.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with Phil in regards to the Odell Beckham Jr. interview. I didn't like it. I can't.
I didn't say I liked it.
Why didn't you like it?
And I don't think it galvanized their team.
Is it going to help them the way he feels?
It may impact some other players in that team, but I know there are a lot of players in that locker room that are rolling their eyes. And one of those players happens to be Eli Manning. And quite frankly, he has to play better. Maybe it lights a fire under him. But here's the thing. If I'm Pat Shurmur, I'm doing exactly what Phil just said. Guys, look at this division. We're in it. If we win Thursday night and the Cowboys lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers beat the Washington Redskins, guess what? We're all tied for first place.
Hey, but check this out. Ray, we understand it was different. You ran the locker room in Baltimore. But do you have a problem with what Odell did?
Well, the problem is that the first thing, one thing about leadership, right? Leadership is actually being the example of what a leader is, right? That you have to lead in all aspects of the game, not just on the field. You got to lead off the field.
Hey, listen, if a little adversity and friction destroys your team, you're not a team to begin with. Yeah. So I don't think what went on there is going to destroy the Giants football season.
I was just thinking about Pat Hamlin going to Pat Shurmur going, we're going to have an interview with Lil Wayne and Odell Beckham Jr. to deal with tomorrow.
Pat Hamlin's the PR director of the Giants.
Hey, my guys use the word leadership, and that properly explains the next segment. For a Harvard Business School level demonstration of how to handle crisis management, we turn to Boomers Bengals. Quarterback Andy Dalton was mic'd up for Cincinnati's big rally to beat Miami.
Go get him Big Red, that's what I say.
Here you go, guys. Have fun at your first one. Enjoy.
For Andy Dalton, it wasn't an enjoyable start.
Hands up!
Miami scored the first 17 points of the game.
How rare is it to come back from 17 or more and win a game? Well, the Bengals have done it 7 times in 50 years.
Push through this, guys. Push through it. We're going to get points. Push through it. Hands up!
Dalton moves up in the pocket. Throws as he is being hit. Caught at the 1 by Mixon. And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals!
Let's go!
What a play by Andy Dalton. Avoiding the sack, Dalton has enough arm strength to get the ball in the vicinity of Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals.
Tannehill takes the snap, fakes a handoff to Moore under pressure. Steps up, his pass, batted down, picked off by the Bengals. And Michael Johnson runs it into the end zone.
Crazy what a play like that will do. Like the whole momentum of this game completely changed.
And the Bengals have scored 27 straight.
Yeah! Oh! I'm saying defense outscoring the offense. Huh? Defense outscoring the offense. The Bengals are winning. I'm rooting for the Bengals too.
We came here for one mission only. That's what we're doing. That's it, man. That's all that matters.
Steve Wilkes' Cardinals were the NFL's last winless team. Against the 49ers, he was hoping the Rosen one would lead them to their first victory.
Rosen fires deep, got a man wide open, caught by Kirk at the 20, at the 10, touchdown! Josh Rosen with a strike.
Play awareness. Heavy shot. Keep your ass back. All right? Don't worry about letting everyone else do their job. Just do yours. All right?
After missing almost all of last season, David Johnson is back doing his job.
Rosen hands it off to Johnson up the middle, gets hit at the goal line and gets the ball across for a touchdown.
Good job! Good job! Yes, sir!
Dirty Dave ripped it in, baby. Pay dirt.
Good series now. 3 and outs. That's what we got to get the rest of this game. We got to finish the job by getting off the field. 3 and out. Be physical, knock them back, play on their side of the line of scrimmage.
Arizona's defense forced a season-high 5 turnovers to seal the win.
Josh Bynes picks it up at the 20. He's at the 10th. Touchdown!
Long season. That's just one win.
We need 12 more. Hey, this is what we work for right here. Hey, Sundays at 1 o'clock. Play together, 60 minutes. Get this win. Lines on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Lions pack mentality helped them roar to a 24-0 lead.
Garrett Blunt finds the crease into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. That's how you run. That's how you run. Hey, let's go, man. Why you here? Let's go.
Detroit's defense was here to rattle Rodgers.
Pressure comes. Rodgers in trouble. The ball's loose. Picked up by the Lions.
Down the back end. They were down 20 to Chicago. Then rolling back. Every play. Every play.
Even in this neighborhood, Mr. Rogers could still come knocking.
Touchdown, Devontae Adams. Critical series for us now. Make sure we're all dialed in. Gotcha.
Mason Crosby missed 4 field goals and an extra point as the comeback fell short.
Here's the kick to the uprights. No good. He missed it to the right.
Proud of you guys. You worked your ass off this week. We got it right this week. We came in, all right, and you hung in there with 60 minutes. It's a great win, man.
Hey, I think it's fairly safe to say this. As anyone knows who's been to a business conference, and clearly my guys have been there as well, too, and they've demonstrated it on the field, you cannot have a seminar without a discussion about leadership. We have 3 of the very best who understand that all too well. Certainly the most talked about topic going into this week will be that which occurred with the New York Giants. And some people fairly or unfairly saying there's no strong leadership in the locker room. For young players coming in the league, the question is, can you develop into being a good leader, or is it God-given talent?
You know, the interesting thing about what happened with Odell Beckham Jr. and Lil Wayne on ESPN and the interview and all that stuff caught Pat Shurmur and everybody off guard. And normally all of us are going to say that's not the way you need to be a leader. But there's something that came out of this. And I don't really know what it is. I don't know if it was a come to Jesus meeting that maybe the team had or something. And I think Phil thinks the same way, that Thursday night they're going to play really well against the Eagles. And this may all be tied to it. I don't know. It's not how I would do it, but I would tell you how I would do it. I would do it like Drew Brees has done it. I would do it like Tom Brady has done it. Those guys.
Which means what? How have they done it?
You do it first by your play and your preparation and your practice habits.
By example,
You got to set that example in your locker room. And then you got to show some fire. I believe you got to show some fire on the sideline. And that's why I think those guys are as good as they have been for as long as they have been.
Yeah, you know what? I think leadership, you know, it can't be taught. Like, it really has to be discovered, right? Because you have to be open enough to really accept the leadership role, right? Like, in today's game right now, there's a bunch of guys that's being crowned because of their talent. But the talent is not what leadership is about. Leadership is about building up the man next to you, that he becomes as strong as you, right? It's something that happened in my career that I'm telling you, every guy, every coach that I listen to now always says, you made me better. You made me a better player.
Be clear, you were different. You were the unquestioned
Yeah.
leader in the locker room. Boomer asked this off air, by the way. Do you see anybody in today's game?
You know what? When you go around, right, if you don't go at the quarterback position, then you're going to be searching. You're going to be searching because you have to find someone who's very selfless, like to where they remove me and say, what does the group look like together? Yeah.
Phil?
You know, leaders, I think you're kind of born with that natural ability. I think it comes natural to people. I'm like Boomer. It was about working hard, doing your job, and setting a great example. And then, you know, I'll never forget one day our offensive line in practice was really having a rough day. And, you know, Bill Parcells stopped practice yelling at him. I'm going, yeah, get him, Bill. Get him. Protect me better. And then he turns around, looks at me, and he says, it's your fault. I can't explain how he did it. And I said, why is it my fault? He goes, you used to lead them. They followed you. They were afraid of you. But now you're their buddy. You're their friend. You're not their leader anymore. You're a quarterback. Be a leader. And of course, driving home, I went, God, he's right.
Right.
I got to, I let that line that we have. Quarterbacks are lucky. We have that line where we can be leaders if we want to.
So, Phil, Boomer said this after week 1. Welcome to the new NFL.
Right.
Let me broaden that headline and ask, in terms of leadership, Boomer is saying how he would do it, keep it within the house, as Ray says, family issues. Odell spoke outside to the media, which I don't think we ever rolled.
Well, it's a new day and age. And,
so that was going to be my question. Is that the new way to do things?
Well, no, it's not the new way to do things, but that's just going to happen. These guys are all on social media. It's all about me and everything. But I just say this. Sometimes it's finally good to get the dirty laundry out there, to get it out there, and let's clean it up. And I'm an optimist always, I think, in this respect. I think it's good they finally aired their dirty laundry, and maybe Odell now comes back to the team and becomes the guy that we all
So Boomer and Ray, so the question would be, does the end justify the means? That's how you describe that.
Well, some people will think that the ends justify the means, but I also think he took a couple shots at some people, including his quarterback, and he also took a shot at whether or not he wants to even be playing in New York. They just gave him a $95 million contract 5 weeks ago, and now here we are talking about this nonsense. Maybe at the end of the day it will work for them. I used to actually ask Anthony Munoz, when I got tired of being the guy that always had to say something or felt like I had to say something, I said, Anthony, can you please say something? And begrudgingly, Anthony would stand up in front of the team.
And you ask him why?
Because I knew everybody respected him. He was quiet, kept to himself, was a selfless man, as Ray often points out. And I knew when he spoke, which was very, very few times, guys would listen to him. And that's how a leader also recognizes where there's other support areas you can go to and you can ask people for help.
I agree with you and Phil. It is a quarterback-driven league, but let me tell you this. When Joe Flacco first came into the league, I went and asked him a question. He said, don't ask me, go ask Ray. That's exactly what it did. Hey, folks, one young quarterback demonstrating star power and big-time leadership. This season, of course, is Boomer's love child. That would be Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
Man.
And on Sunday, he faced the formidable challenge of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
JP, you're unbelievable.
Boomer.
It's week 5. That means the warm-up is over. You want that ring? It's on you. How far we gonna take this team?
Patrick Mahomes has been the leading man in Kansas City.
Boy, you just ball. You feel me? You just ball. We're here for you.
Against Jacksonville, he had all kinds of support. Travis Kelce had 100 yards receiving as Mahomes threw for 300 yards for the 4th consecutive game.
The Jaguars blitz, and they pay dearly. A 40-yard catch and run by Travis Kelce. Rolling left is Mahomes, looking at Kareem Hunt. He's going to sprint for the far pylon. He dives! Touchdown!
I believe my Jimmy and Joes are better than theirs outside. Let's go. We're going to roll them ball out in the court, and we're going to see who want it bad enough. Let's go.
The Jaguars like to play power football. But against the Chiefs, they threw a franchise record 61 times. Blake Bortles passed for a career-high 430 yards. It wasn't enough to overcome his 5 turnovers.
Bortles fires it late, deflected, and the Chiefs, do they pick it up in the end zone? Yes, it's intercepted in the end zone! Intercepted! It's picked out of the sky! It's picked at 10, 5, touchdown! Kansas City!
Chris Jones just ran back a pick-6, the big defensive lineman, for a touchdown for Kansas City.
The Chiefs continue to amaze. For the 2nd straight year, they begin the season 5-0.
No matter what happens, no matter what it takes, we're ready for it. Good teams take the next step. Let's do it.
get 7, all right?
Thanks to a Baker Mayfield touchdown pass, the Browns were the only team to reach the end zone. Both teams struggled in the kicking game. Tied late, Cleveland had a chance to avoid their third overtime this season.
Wide left, and we're going to overtime. Line drive, the kick is good. A line drive that almost had yellow paint on it as it went over the crossbar, and the Browns beat the Ravens.
You guys broke another streak today. We got to win in the division!
So that is a team that's changing its brand from the dysfunctional Browns, who are now the winning in the division Browns. And joining us now to talk brand awareness is our NFL insider. Who better to talk about this than the senior writer for NFL.com? That would be Miss Judy Batista. And we're joined, as Phil Simms says, whenever we talk about money, Boomer has to be involved. He is our financial analyst.
100%.
Hey, Judy, but I guess if there's an overarching headline, it's that things are trending up in the NFL.
Yeah, the first month of the season has been really good for the league. Ratings are up. There's lots of stars who are doing big things, including young stars, new stars, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff. You're seeing stars who have come back from injury like Carson Wentz, J.J. Watt. So things are going in the right direction. Last year there was a little bit of a blip, a little bit of a downturn, but things are certainly moving in the direction that the league would like to see them go.
And Boomer's been talking about that for days, along with Phil Simms, about the wave of young stars that are there. But how does the league continue to maximize on this?
Well, you know, that's a good question. I would just say this, that there's a thing in L.A. now. There's a real football team there, and it may be the best football team in the NFL as we sit here and speak this morning or today. The other thing, just to jump on what Judy was saying, yeah, there's great young stars. Pat Mahomes is exciting. He is must-see TV, as are the Rams, as are the Patriots, and so is Baker Mayfield and the Browns. But I'd also say don't forget about gambling. Gambling now is legalized in New Jersey and also Delaware. There is now that influx of potential new money for the NFL once they figure out how to get a piece of it, but there's also higher interest, I think, in large part due to it.
There's no question that's got to be contributing to the jump in ratings. But just to go back to your point about what do they do to take advantage of this moment and the young stars, look, we have seen the NBA has been really successful exploiting social media with its stars.
In a positive sense,
In
right?
a positive way. They've promoted them. The NFL has traditionally promoted team over individual. Very much a team sport. It's hard to promote individuals in the NFL. Players are behind masks. You don't get to see their faces. They're not easily recognizable. I think probably they need to loosen up a little bit and promote a few individuals. You've got these young, exciting stars, high-scoring games. I think they need to do a little bit more to promote individuals while they're also promoting.
I want you and Boomer to talk about that, because when we talk about brand awareness, I mean, be clear about it. 8 of the 10 most talked about players in professional sports are NBA players. 2 in the NFL. 1 is active, Tom Brady. The other is inactive. That will be Colin Kaepernick. So what can the league do to overcome that?
It's kind of interesting because the league, and I know this from playing quarterback myself, when Drew Brees broke the record last night, you know, what is he talking about? He's talking about everybody else who got him there. So there's a level of like, hey, man, I don't want to separate myself from the team. Now, maybe Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't mind doing that every now and again, but most players are going to resist to be separated from their team and their team's success. Now, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers would do all their commercials away from the team. A lot of this other stuff in the NBA happens with the team. Like, the team promotes those guys as individuals, and I don't necessarily know that the NFL will ever go down that road, because all these coaches are preaching team, team, team. And one of the reasons why I believe Belichick is so successful in New England is because he's got a quarterback up until this year that has taken it.
But to still maintain that team focus, what can the league do to capitalize on the stars, like Boomer is saying?
I think the league, frankly, could lighten up a little bit on its promotion.
What does that mean, Judy?
I know what she means exactly.
Have a little fun. Look, the Lil Wayne versus Eli Manning thing, have a little fun with that. Enjoy it. Put it out there on social media. It's not really going to harm anybody. Internally, the Giants are going to deal with a serious situation with Odell Beckham and Eli Manning. But externally, have a little fun with things, lighten up a little bit, and enjoy the celebrity of some of your young stars, and let the promotion grow with them.
It sounds easy, but I will say this. We have a little trolling going on in the NFL these days between Michael Thomas and of course, the Redskins and other teams. But at the end of the day, the NBA players do it amongst themselves. And I think people really enjoy the interaction between the NFL players on social media. Now, I don't know if they do it, seriously, or they're joking around and they're mocking each other, whatever they do it, but it seems to have touched a younger fan base. I just don't necessarily know that the NFL wants their players getting into something like that, because still remember, they tackle in the NFL and they aim to hurt in the NFL, and I don't know if they want to exacerbate that.
So, Judy, let me give you the last word. You talk about capitalizing on that and loosening up a little bit. Look, these are business owners in the NFL as well, too. They can't, the old business expression, you can't expect what you don't inspect. So if the inspection shows what the NBA is doing well, can you not still capitalize on that approach and still be team-oriented in the NFL?
I think you can. I don't think you have to swing all the way to one side or all the way to the other. I think you can come over a little bit toward a middle ground of still promote the team. That's still the fundamental part of the NFL. But you can have some fun with some of the bigger personalities. You've got some young, dynamic players in the league. Let them be young, dynamic players. Let fans get attached to them.
Why is it that you always seem to bring an air of practicality to these discussions? Outstanding. Judy Batista, thanks so very much. All right, folks, one way to build your brand, have fun, as Judy was saying, on the field when NFL Films puts you in the spotlight. Just ask Buffalo Bills defensive end Jerry Hughes.
Let's go, let's go. We got the goons up first. We about to wear that O-line out.
Jerry Hughes and the Bills harassed the Titans all afternoon, forcing them to fight for every yard and first down.
He's short. Short. He's short. He said short. What? Put the index card. Put the index card down. Y'all want to use the index card? That was clutch when he pulled the index card last year. I have my pop going like, ooh, this is good TV right here.
With both defenses dominating, this was also must-see TV. Rookie Josh Allen's nifty run added to the excitement.
There we go, baby! There we go, 2-5. So happy I activated your ass in my fantasy team. Let's go, baby. Give me 6 points.
Although he didn't reach the end zone, LaShawn McCoy had his best game of the season and helped put Buffalo in position to upset Tennessee.
Go, boy! Thank God he's on our team. Oscar money, so we good. Don't even worry, he money.
Snap is good, the hold is down. Housley's got plenty of leg, and it is good! It is good!
That's what I'm talking about!
The Bills win it! House money indeed!
That's what makes the NFL the NFL. You don't know, any given Sunday.
New England's season started like a flicker, but with Tom Brady, the lights are never really out.
Brady screens it left. The catch made by Patterson. Ducks into the end zone. Brady's going to snake it. Leaps and reaches out with the football to break the plane. Touchdown, Patriots. And he throws it left for a wide open White, who dives into the end zone.
The return of Brady's most reliable target had the Patriots offense back to their old ways.
Julian Edelman with his first catch in more than a year.
But it was Brady's newest weapon who sparked a moment of milestone magic.
To launch a long, high-arcing pass to the end zone. Caught by Gordon in the right side of the end zone. Touchdown, number 500 in the regular season career of Tom Brady.
Just 5 games into his career as a Jet, running back Isaiah Crowell topped the franchise record for rushing yards in a game.
219 rushing yards for Isaiah Crowell on 15 carries.
Just 5 games into his career, Sam Darnold is looking like the franchise quarterback Jets fans have been waiting for.
Fires one down the left seam. Robbie Anderson runs under it, and he's gone.
It's a perfect pass.
Spin it how you want. Darnold looked darn good.
Heck of a throw by Sam Darnold.
And the Jets hope he keeps authoring signature moments.
Well, Well, the Jets, like my old teams, the Bengals and Cardinals, all had big wins this week, and guess what? So did I in the picks. I won the week with a 10-5 record. Steve and Phil 7-8, and Ray, as you could see, they're 8-7. Ray, you are in first place, however, but Phil, you are dropping steadily each and every week.
Phil, you dropping.
I'm in my last?
Yes, you are.
Oh, wow.
Are you ready to drop some more?
Yes.
Okay, let's get it going then. This is the game of the week. Here you go. Chiefs at the Patriots. Sunday Night Football, of course. We call it the game of the week or the game of the year, if you'd like. The undefeated Chiefs head into Foxborough, and they're going to take on the mighty Pats on national TV. Guess what? Pat Mahomes is 6-0 in his young career.
No kidding. Well, Pat Mahomes, everybody keeps waiting to see what's going to happen. I think he answered a lot of questions last week, didn't he, against the Jacksonville Jaguars? And I think, but playing the New England Patriots is a whole other thing than Jacksonville, because the New England Patriots, who did they see last year to start the year? The Kansas City Chiefs, they saw all the bells and whistles. So I think that the Patriots defense will be more ready for this Kansas City offense they were last year. And I do not see the Chiefs defense slowing down Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, and the crew.
Yeah, I know, but neither do I see the Patriots defense slowing down Pat Mahomes. This kid has shown me something from the pocket that you're going to have to find a way to keep this kid in the pocket. And I really believe this, right? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I believe Pat Mahomes is ready to take over the throne. I think he understands how big this game is going into Foxborough, and if he dethrones Tom Brady on stop. If he dethrones Tom Brady, I'm telling you, they take another step in the AFC. I'm going to go to the Chiefs.
You're going to go with the Chiefs. Well, the thing about it is Pat Mahomes is unflappable. We've seen that now on the road at Denver. We saw that at home last week against Jacksonville. And you're right, it is a different place. Foxborough is impossible to play in. But this team has gone up there, and they have won before, and they did it with Alex Smith, not Pat Mahomes. Right. Pat Mahomes is a strikingly different player than Alex Smith. He's a big play waiting to happen, and that's the beauty of it. The thing about it is you're going against a defensive genius in Bill Belichick. What is he going to tell his secondary players? Don't drop your players, and do not allow Tyreek Hill to get behind us, because we got an 80-yard flamethrower as a quarterback. So they'll be schooled up all weekend. Remember, they are actually having they have 10 days before this game, because they play it on Thursday night against the Colts. I think it's the highest scoring game of the week, guys, but I'm going to go with the Patriots at home.
All right. Go ahead.
You like it?
I do.
All right. How about the Steelers at the Bengals? Now, for those of us in Cincinnati, it used to be called Steeler Week. Steeler Week. Right. Big Ben and the Steelers own the Bengals, unfortunately, including the playoffs. The Steelers have won 8 of their last 9 games in Cincinnati.
I like the Steelers. Again, the Steeler defense is struggling. But they're going against the Cincinnati offensive line that's not that great. But on the other side, the Steelers' offensive line is terrific, and they can handle the front of the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm pulling for the Steelers.
I like what Marvin Lewis is doing with the Cincinnati Bengals, but I like what Andy Dalton is doing for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's getting A.J. Green and really putting him in positions that's really making people really think a lot. So what I'm going to say is, well, we understand Steeler Week. Steeler Week is a big week. But I think the Bengals, if they take this next step and go to 5-1,
they're real.
They are really real.
And you know why they're real?
Yeah.
Because they got Vontez Perfect back. That's why they're real.
I'm
Their
going
run
with the
defense.
Bengals.
Thank you very much.
How did you do last week? What did you do?
The run defense is a lot better. I'm going with the Bengals as well at home.
Good.
How about the Eagles at the Giants? This is the Thursday night football game. No Ajayi anymore for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's why I think Howie Roseman's going to make a big trade here. Don't be surprised to see LaShawn McCoy in an Eagle uniform next week.
Oh, did the little birdie tell you that?
Maybe. What do you think?
Yes. Well, listen. It doesn't matter what I do with the Giants. I'm always wrong. If I pick against them, they win. I'm picking the Giants to beat the Eagles. If that crowd and this Giants football team is not ready to go this week, they never will be. They got some big-time players and playmakers. They're going to win at home.
Quickly.
The Eagles have to put their pieces back together. I'm going to go with the Eagles in this one.
You're going with the Eagles? I'm going with the Giants at home for the same reason you did. And finally, the Chargers at the Browns. Hey, come on, man. Let's give the much-maligned Browns some love here. You know what I'm saying? They won their first division game last week. They won Baker Mayfield's first start at home. They host the Chargers in Philip Rivers.
Hey, Chargers don't travel well. I'm taking the Browns because if you watch the Browns secondary, Denzel Ward, the way he's playing, he could be rookie defensive player of the year. I'm taking the Browns.
You know what I'm going to do? I had my pick down at something else, but you just convinced me. I'm going to go with the Browns, too.
That's not right.
You guys can talk all you want. I'm going to take the Chargers. I like the Chargers and Philip Rivers on the road. All right, time for our last set of highlights. And we begin them with Team Turmoil, but not this week. Here's the Pittsburgh Steelers crushing the Atlanta Falcons. He changed
his pick because after what I said.
I had it on there.
Whoa.
Serious.
Connections. This week, Antonio Brown compared them to Wi-Fi signals. Sometimes they're strong, and sometimes they're weak. When Brown's router connection is strong, it will be a long day for any opponent.
Antonio Brown, congratulations on your longest touchdown reception of the season.
Billy, that Wi-Fi, better connection?
Effective because they've run the ball effectively.
There's been no denying James Conner's connection to the end zone. His 2 touchdowns against Atlanta give him 5 on the season. Linebacker T.J. Watt connected with Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan 3 times. He now has 13 sacks in his first 20 NFL games. That's one better than his brother J.J.
The Steelers knock it into the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
Wow.
For now, the Steelers' connections are back at high speed. John Gruden's return to coaching has been a bumpy ride. Even on the 40th anniversary of the Holy Roller, every bounce and bobble went the Chargers' way.
Rivers fumbles the snap, gets it out quick to Eckler. He's at the 45, cuts inside 40, 35, 30. Eckler working the left sideline to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers!
Right now, not even the likes of Ted Hendricks or Willie Brown could rescue a Raiders defense that seems to be lost in a black hole.
Virgil Green to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers!
And they turn out the lights on the Raiders.
Hey, one quick housekeeping note before we close today's program. To any business school dean or Fortune 500 company CEO looking for advice, our guys are definitely here for them. Although I doubt our next segment will help their cause. Time now for Dear Insiders. Check out how you guys are called. Dear Old Dudes. Clearly I'm in that. I'm an American icon who is building my brand and am making it happen with the millennial generation. I dropped an album this week, so I've got a couple of questions for you. Did any of you know my name before this week? And can any of you name one of my songs? Thanks in advance, Lil Wayne from the Giants locker room.
You know, and I'm more into, The Weeknd than I am Lil Wayne. I'm sorry about that. But I will say this. I knew who Lil Wayne is because I know he and Odell Beckham Jr. are buds. I know that. Did you know that?
I know who Lil Wayne is. Of course,
Yeah, of course
I know
you
who Lil
do,
Wayne is.
yes.
Yeah, I don't. His music, I'm a Weeknd fan as well.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Well, I knew his name, and I've heard his name, but I had never heard one of his songs. And I couldn't tell you one if you gave me 100
At least
guesses.
you're being honest about it. That's all good.
I mean, I don't think Boomer's telling the truth. I don't think he's.
All right. Listen, I'm known as B Sizzle, by the way. Hey, here's the other thing, because I know you got T Sizzle down there in Baltimore.
Right.
Hey, they were actually playing Lil Wayne music out at the Giant practice today.
Yes.
So that tells you all you need to know about how the Giants are dealing with this so-called controversy that has blown up all over the media.
I've said it a ton of times, but Lil Wayne would be impressed to know that back in the day when you played, your club in Cincinnati was known as
La Boom.
La Boom, and it was the club. All right, folks, that's it for us. Our thanks to all of you for watching. We'll see you next week on Inside the NFL right here on
Showtime.
Yes, indeed.
Did you know who Lil Wayne was? You ever
Oh,
heard his name?
absolutely did.
You listen to his music?
No, I don't listen to his music, but I know who he is. But never heard you preach on Bishop T.D. Jason's program?